tell me what the f is going on. Okay, I like the timing. Timing was good. Okay, so you are in tune to Boxing Talk with Rafi. Let me just do a sound check. Where are we? Boom, boom, boom. Okay, I like the timing. Yes, yes, yes. It's Boxing Talk with Rafi, and we have just had the confirmation. Sound is good. Second thing, let me check the description box. As per usual in StreamYard, the description box which I had filled in is no longer filled in. I already know the sketch. I expect it. Copy and paste and put to one side. So now I got to copy again. Go in through the back door and reinsert it. Same old thing. No momento. Let me do this. Boom. 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 Okay. So now it's back in. Checking all the boxes are ticked. Okay. We're in good shape. That's good. That's good right there. Let's have a look. Let's have a look what's going on. What is going on? Okay. We have people. We have people populating the area. Knew it was no point starting early. I know where everybody's been. I know where you've been. I know where you've been. You've been the same place where I was watching the underwhelming. Can I say underwhelming? Link is in the chat. Link to the show is in the chat. Can I say Tyson Fury versus Wilder was underwhelming? I'm going to talk about that in a bit. Okay, where are we? Where are we? Okay, so what's going to be going down on the show? Roll call shortly. What's going on today? Well, of course, we're going to have to be talking about what just happened. The Tyson Fury versus Deontay Wilder. Or is it the other way around? Either way, Wilder versus Fury press conference. 2, the rematch. Okay, other things on the agenda is, well, we're going to have to talk about Dillian White's statement regarding Deontay Wilder apparently getting KO'd in training camp with Vladimir Klitschko, by Vladimir Klitschko. Okay. What else we're looking at? Looking at some of the weekend's fights. We're looking at Josh Taylor. The events surrounding Josh Taylor and his split from, what is it? It was Cyclone Promotions, headed by Barry Hearn. Not Barry Hearn. What's it called? Barry McGuigan. Damn. Headed by Barry McGuigan. Trained by Shane McGuigan. Josh Thompson is gone. Gone over to Top Rank. You know we're going to have to talk about that. Yeah. And a few other things, but that's enough for us to be getting on with. Okay, let's go over to the chat. YG Knight in the building. Lisa Bayliss in the building. The Watcher. Right. Fury didn't have much to say. Mind games didn't work the first time, so he didn't try them now. Great press con. Oh, great press con. Okay. I thought it was flat. No atmosphere. Was there any people in there? There's a few people in there. Should have had that place packed out. Should have had the place packed out, but it was a last minute thing, I guess. What? Doesn't matter if it's last minute. Where was it? In LA? Place should have been packed out. The thing seemed flat to me, but there were some talking points. People gradually and gently populating the area. Red Glove Militant up in the building. Rule 504 up in the building. Yeah, so with regards to the press conference, one of the most notable lines. The place, see, that's what I'm saying. Wild Soul 88, the place seemed empty. Yeah, what the hell is that? Seemed to have the atmosphere of an aircraft hangar. What the hell is that? Thing seemed flat. I delayed my damn show to watch the presser because I knew everybody else most likely would be watching the presser. And I was just there twiddling my thumbs. I was just sitting there twiddling my thumbs. Damn thing seemed flat. No atmosphere. Damn. Okay, so link is in the chat as we proceed. So yeah, they had ample time. They had ample enough time. What, 2 days? When was it announced? I think it was announced on Friday. Am I wrong? Was it Friday? It was announced that they was going to be doing a press conference on Monday. Pretty sure it was Friday. So they had 2 days to, let the people know, wait the time to tell the people. But nah, man. No atmosphere. I say there's no atmosphere on the moon. Well. Yeah, the Charlo Harrison press conference. Yeah, but I don't like the way Harrison conducts himself lyrically in those press conferences. I don't like his lyrical delivery. Every other word is a F. It's a this. It's a that. It's kind of low grade behavior on the part of Harrison. Yeah, kind of low grade behavior on the part of Harrison. Kids got to get some class. Kids got to learn some class. It wasn't as entertaining as the last one. I don't know, Lisa. I don't know if the place was too big. The cameras didn't seem to pan around to the audience. There doesn't seem to be much audience participation. It just didn't seem to be much audience participation. YG, it says to me that your device is not connected. I don't know what's going on. It says your device is not connected. I don't know. You got your headphones in? You got good signal? Headphones, good signal? Okay, I see you now. Okay, so we are joined by none other than YG. YG, how you doing? You're not muted, so, but I can't hear you, though. Your headphones good? I hear you very, very faintly. Very, very faintly. Are the headphones plugged in properly all the way? The headphones good? Are the headphones the right ones for the phone? Are the headphones the right one? Okay.
You can hear me now?
I hear you loud and clear now. Loud and clear. YJ, how you doing?
Yeah, I'm good, man. Getting ready for the college championship game about to come on.
Oh, the college championship. What's that? Football. That's football.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, you guys love your football over there. You know, boxing's like your 10th love. It's like your 10th
Nah,
sport over there.
nah, but th- that was in LA, the press conference. I didn't
where,
catch
where
to
was
see. I didn't see like where they was at.
Where was the press conference, chat? Where was the press conference? The chat will know. The chat know everything. No, well, not everything, but they know a lot. They know a
Yeah,
whole damn lot. So yeah, man, that was flat. That press conference to me, YG, it was flat.
I can understand that. I guess for them to like, I guess maybe they could have did a little bit more hoorah, but it
Yeah.
ain't like this the second go around. It's like somebody said in the chat when they said it's enough talking already.
Yeah. They've done the talking already. I mean, what more? What more? You know, what more can they say? They both know each other. They've both been in there with each other. Let me just get to a couple of these comments. YG. Okay,
But
the place seemed flat. It's a clear indication that no one is interested in Fury versus Wilder 2. Damn.
nah,
It's gone off the
I
boil.
mean,
YG, it's gone off the boil.
if that was in LA though, that's like 3:30 in the afternoon.
Yeah. 3:13. Yeah.
That's still early. Even people still at work or school. So I don't really know who really would be able to show up for that.
Well, why would they
When y'all
schedule? Why would they
when y'all
schedule it?
say
Why would they schedule it at 3:30 in the afternoon when there's nobody going to be around?
well, I guess they try to schedule it in before the college. What you call it? Instead of having them at the game, like because that's the only like right now in the States, nothing else is really nothing comes on. There's no new episodes of any TV shows coming on tonight because of the game. Like the only thing that's having anything live right now in the States is wrestling, Monday Night Wrestling. Everything else is
Shut down.
showing reruns. Yeah, reruns.
Rerun.
But that's the only thing I could think of. Like, I don't know why they would have it so early, but then again, it's because they probably had to do what you call it, LA, and everybody stream and watch the recording anyway. I guess. Like
Could it be that they've over marinated the damn thing?
Nah, I just think that was just bad scheduling in the time of that press conference of having it at 3:30 on the West Coast. Like that's still early.
That's kind of early, but you know if that was in the UK, they'd be hanging from the rafters. You know that, right?
Oh, everybody would have got out of work early.
Everybody would have, man, people would have took the afternoon off. You know, mystery illness at lunchtime. Mystery stomach bug.
People probably would have, but then this is why I was saying is crazy too, because if you do with the traffic, but like everybody the drive from your work to over there, you probably wouldn't even make it. Everybody probably just streamed it.
Yeah.
Cause it's like the traffic. I don't know where they was at. That's why I said I didn't see it. So I don't know exactly where was they at in LA to really point out. Y'all saying they was in LA. I don't know exactly where they was at in LA.
I don't know.
There's a couple of reasons
it was
why.
LA. I assumed it was LA.
See, so that's one thing. See, because they could have been in Vegas.
And it could be Vegas. East Coast, West Coast.
And then that's what I'm saying. So if you have a little press conference in Vegas at 3:00 in the afternoon, you're not gonna have that much people like popping up to that. That's not gonna be a crowdy event at 3:00 in the afternoon in Vegas.
3:00 in the afternoon in Vegas is not busy. Apparently. I'm not gonna dwell on the thing being flat.
Cause there's sporting events, like I mean that's like Miami. There's places where like and there's certain places where people that they don't come to the game until almost the second quarter. But they be out chilling. Like there's a whole parking lot pimping situation that goes on at the sporting events. Like you see it even at the like the boxing events, the early fights.
Yeah, the early
be
fights.
Nobody there. Like it'll be nobody there. Like it's always like that. Like so for them to schedule that 3 o'clock in the afternoon, you're not everybody's not, there's people that's working. They ain't what you could participating in that. I know y'all was saying get off work early, but
yeah.
The get off the miss out on a couple of pay hours to see them two bump their gums. I don't know about
that. Did you watch it?
Yeah, I seen a little flash of it, and then I had got the notification you was getting online, so I actually was sitting here waiting for you to get online.
Damn.
Because there was a couple of other things, like I see I was talking in the chat. What you call it? I don't want to get too much off topic, but the with the Jaime Munguia, he was calling out people at the middleweight.
Yeah,
when he's the number one contender for the WBO, and he didn't even call out that champion.
Damn.
You know, because when you're the WBO champion, if you move up in weight, you're the number one contender.
Yeah,
when you move up.
Yeah.
So he moved up. He called out Triple G, Canelo, and Charlo, but you ranked in the WBO. Where you going? Like you should try to get that fight first, and then talk about fighting some of them other guys.
Yeah. Did I just drop off?
Yeah, you just dropped off for a second. I didn't know if it was.
I pressed the button. I don't even know. I accidentally pressed the button. I don't even know which one I pressed, but it just dropped me off. What were you saying?
Yeah, Wow Soul said it was in LA. Yeah, that's early for LA.
That's LA. That's LA. What we talking about here? Red.
That's 3 in the afternoon.
Yeah, Red Glove Militant says 275k PPVs and a flat presser. It's not looking good. It ain't looking good. Hey, we don't know how this thing is going to play out. YG, have they over marinated the damn meat till it turns stale?
No, that fight is going to be good how it is. I just think like a lot of people didn't show up because you also got to think about what are the the clearances to even get in those press conferences. Those things are starting to get a little bit more tight now.
Yeah.
Over here. So there's a lot of things that goes into you even getting clearances to go to that. You know, they ain't just like they almost about to start making it have to, you really got to be somebody to get back there. But
damn.
Like that really even like we don't get like I don't really put me personally I don't put too much stock into the press conference because we've seen some big press conferences and the be dull fights. So like all the real action is gonna happen in the ring. So they could have went out there and talked they rhymed and did all that stuff. Or like how they did, they both kind of behaved like champions a little bit. And then like they just gonna go out there and get the fight. For one thing, we don't want the press conference to be better than the fight. I know I don't.
Nobody who's on nobody knows. Shizbiz says who's on the undercard. The undercard hasn't been released yet, has it?
No, I don't want to speculate. I've heard I swore I heard a couple of what you call it, but
nothing official.
Yeah.
Nothing official on the undercard. Nothing official on the or even unofficial. I haven't heard a damn peep. But I learned my lesson the last time when I bought a ticket to Wilder Fury 1 and then waited for the undercard, and then everything got expensive. The flights got more expensive by the day. The hotels got fewer and not fewer, but more expensive by the day. And then eventually, by the time they did release the undercard, it was a pile of garbage, a pile of pure garbage. You know what I'm saying? Sold my ticket. So I'm not expecting any great shakes on the undercard, but hey, You know, we
I
can
mean,
but hope.
It's too many Chiefs, not enough Indians, man. Like everybody really want to be the main event. It's kind of hard to get these guys to be on the undercard.
Yeah.
And when and even when you put them on the undercard, they make it be called the co-main event.
Yeah. Want to be called co-main.
So it's that's one thing that half and half. I don't get too mad about that. Cause and they also fight so early in the year, it'll be difficult to what you call it. Around March, April, those are the times when we get good undercards.
Well, I don't know. I don't know if there was ever really. I don't know if there was ever really concern with an undercard because they just seem to be focused on the main thing and think that the main card is going to be enough, but they're charging people pay-per-view money. When you charge pay-per-view money, I expect the thing to be thorough.
Nah, yeah, but it's that part is a little difficult to get. You know, everybody right now is trying to be a star themselves.
Say that again. Everybody's trying to be a star themselves.
Yeah, it's hard. As you know, because who could you say they could put on the undercard? Could you name a couple of fights that they could have put on the undercard?
Could I personally name a fight that they could put on the undercard? Well, damn, that's a PB. It's a what is it? Top Rank versus PBC. Or put Gerald Miller on there. He just signed with Top Rank, hasn't he? Put Big Baby on there. That's a big name. That's an attraction. But having said that, Big Baby Miller's he's been used to of late. He's been used to the zone money. And I don't know if they're really gonna be forwarding him the zone money over there right about now on this particular card. I don't know. You got two guys who want to get paid in Fury and Wilder. And then you got a third guy who thinks he's a superstar, Big Baby Miller, who wants to get paid superstar money. So I don't know how that's going to work out. Allegedly, apparently, they're finalizing Top Rank. They're finalizing the deal. Allegedly, apparently, with Big Baby Jarrell Miller to go over there. Under the Top Rank umbrella. It will still be, what's his name? Salita. Salita will still be a co-promoter. But you know, Big Baby Miller has got more promoters than, I don't know. He's got more promoters than Deontay Wilder's got managers. So, but yeah, that's one. And in comes the Watcher. The Watcher, how you doing? Good day.
Good day. How are we?
We're very good. Did you watch the press conference? Watch it.
Oh yeah, I watched it. Start to finish.
Yeah. What were your observations?
Ooh, very interesting. Fury didn't have much to say. That's the biggest thing I can take away from it.
Yeah, not much to say. Carry on talking. I'll be back in 30 seconds.
Yeah, so Fury didn't have much to say, which I find strange because, we know how much Fury talks during press conferences, but the mind games didn't work the first time, and they won't work this time. So why bother? Hey, Wilder just looked really calm and composed. He was smiling the whole time. He was laughing. There wasn't much back and forth really. Maybe once. It was interesting. I think Cal-El, both subdued, both look serious, both respect each other. I agree because they shook hands at the end there, which was good to see. It's always good to see that.
Oh, they shook hands, did they? I missed that part.
Yeah, right at the end. So, they faced off at the end as well because they did at the start. They did at the end. And then they were talking, and it looked like they weren't really debating or arguing. It looked like they were just in general talking. So yeah. You can go back and look at it if you
No,
if you
so
want.
I saw that bit. I just must have missed the handshake at the end. I must have just clicked off just before the handshake. Yeah. YG, you were gonna say something?
No, I was about to say, speaking of handshakes, don't Joshua got 8 days now to finalize that contract with Pulev?
What's the date? I thought it was the 31st. Is it not the 31st?
No, they said the 21st.
Is it 21st? Okay, so yeah.
21st.
Is that on the topic sheet? Is that on the topic sheet? Yeah,
Oh,
it is. It is on the topic sheet, but let me just write it down here. Joshua deadline. Okay, so we're still chopping up this press conference that just happened. Red Glove. Oh man, well, you can moderate the language there. I can't even click on that. That's not. I'm not talking to Red Glove. Talking about what somebody wrote. Let's be all cool. Funds is here. What's going on here? Excuse machines, USA. Yo, YG. We got Wizard Sleeve saying that USA boxing is dead. You want to respond to that?
He said, I mean, that'll make no sense.
I don't know.
Then just look at this.
Dead over there. I don't know if it's dead.
Just look at the recent deals that these boxers has been getting.
It's suppressed. It's suppressed. I don't think it's dead.
They just gave Mikey Garcia $7 million for one fight.
Garcia.
I don't think that's gone into dead territory.
Dead territory. No, I don't think
that ain't scraps.
I don't think it's dead. Big Baby screwed himself by doping. Well, he's back though. He messed himself up, no doubt.
He's on the undercard, isn't he? Of the Wilder Fury thing.
Is he on the undercard? Has anything been announced on the undercard?
Well, not official, but that's the rumors we've heard.
I've heard. That's why I didn't want to mention it too, because we live. I don't want.
Okay.
I've heard a couple of I got to go back and look at it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it would make sense. It would make sense for Big Baby to be on the thing. I think it would make a hell of a lot of sense. YG, who would you like to see Big Baby against?
I mean, I would like to see him against some of them young, a couple of young guys coming up that he need to fight. Like a Joyce, a Dubois. He need to fight Andy
Kawanaki. Yeah.
There's a couple of guys that Andy Luis. There's a couple of guys he need to fight over there.
Andy Ruiz, the ex-champ. I think Miller is very carefully plotted his way to a championship fight. Let me put the link back. Where's the link? He plotted his way to a championship fight before without really taking on any crazy stiff competition. So I don't see him altering that blueprint this time around.
Well, I mean, if he signed with Top Rank, that's gonna put him in the WBO rankings.
Say that again.
If he signed with Top Rank, that's gonna put him in the WBO rankings and take him out of the. Well, that's what he was in before, right? Or I think he was in the IBF before.
He was ranked in a few. He was ranked in a few buddies. So yeah, I mean, I can see him going against who would he go against? I'm looking at looking at a list of potential opponents right now. I don't think he wants any tough competition. He didn't get tough competition before, and he rose up. He rose up to chat to he got into the championship fight against Joshua.
They he got handpicked. That was like winning the lottery to hitting the number.
Yeah, he was. Well, I mean,
he was home to receive the phone call when they were scrambling.
Well, I mean,
because he wasn't, because their original date was April 13th. We all forget about that, but then they did the fast one and moved it to June or whatever.
Yeah, June the 1st.
To do over there. No, yeah, to June. They moved it. Was the original? No, the original date wasn't June.
I don't know. I'm saying they moved it to June the 1st.
Was he supposed to fight him in May, and then he got caught with the situation, and then they put Louise in and moved it to June? I forgot how that went.
Yeah, no, I'm talking about the actual date of the Madison Square Garden fight was June the 1st.
Well, he was originally supposed to fight Miller June the 1st.
No, I'm saying the date of the fight was June the 1st.
But remember, Miller was supposed to fight him. He got caught with the situation, and then they switched it to Andy Louise, and then they give it a new date.
No, it's the same date. The same date. June the 1st.
They gave it the same date.
Yeah, June the 1st. June the 1st. That was nothing changed. Just the opponent.
Oh yeah, card is subject to change to say that on the ticket.
Yeah, same date, June the 1st, Madison Square Garden. Potential opponents for Miller. That's what we're looking at. Potential opponents for Miller.
I mean, if he's on the top rank, he's gonna fight one of them top rank heavyweights.
Yeah. So who's that top rank? WBA? No, that's not top rank. That's Don King. Don King's got the W. It's not Brian Jennings. It's what's that guy's name? Anyway, not gonna waste time with that. Okay.
Yeah, who he's gonna fight?
I
know exactly what you mean.
Yeah. I can't remember his name. Anyway, going over to the chat. Yeah, Ross Clark in the building. What's going on here? January 31st. I heard that was the deadline for Joshua to make the fight. January the 31st. I thought that was the deadline. What's that tapping? What's the tapping? Okay. They applied for an extension. Okay. When all is said and done, Wilder and Fury are going to be those two old men at the bar reminiscing about their career. They're going to be good old buddies. Yep, I can see that. Easily. Yeah, YG, there's a tapping coming from your mic, my friend. There's a tapping sound. Yeah.
Hold on. I'll mute myself. I got you. Because I don't got nothing playing. See?
Okay. Where are we? Miller CV said he's way out of a payday. BT should send some fighters over there to get on the undercard. Big Baby put himself back at the bottom. He won't get a shot for a couple of years. I think he'll get a shot. Within 18 months. I think Big Baby gets a shot. However, with Joshua's situation congested now, with the mandatories, you got the mandatory situation with Joshua. So I think, his situation's kind of bunged up. He's got 2 mandatories to deal with. Then who else after that? If he manages those, if he negotiates those successfully. So he's got Pulev first.
Yeah, I think he's gonna give up the
WBO
title. Yeah, he's giving that up, and Usyk gonna fight for it, and then he's gonna fight that for the winner.
Yeah, that's logical. That's logical, in a sense, but it's also logical that Usyk, well, it's in Usyk's hands. Usyk can make the demand that he wants to fight for the title immediately, the WBO, or he can take the option of fighting a non-title fight. But then he might be saying to himself, well, I might as well fight for the title rather than a non-title fight and wait for Joshua. And that makes sense as well. So I think
and to at least because really he definitely has a better chance of beating who they gonna make him fight for Chisora, one of these guys for
I think it's Chisora or Parker. Chisora or Parker. They seem to be the front runners. They seem to be the front runners to this thing.
To beat one of them for the title, and then but in the back of his mind he still know he got like for us to really recognize that as a real title run, he gonna have to beat Joshua after that. Because for Joshua to have to be forced to give it the title, and then he go beat Chisora to become the WBO champion. Like he can't do no funny business and duck Joshua after that.
The Watcher, you got something to chip in? You want to chip in?
Yeah.
Chip in when you're ready. Carry on.
Yeah, I'm just letting everyone get their point. For the whole WBO thing, I think it's a bit BS that Parker and Chisora would be more, because Usyk's team said they don't want Chisora. Like Chisora fight won't happen. That's what they said. On like a Sky interview, an article, and like then you got David Higgins saying that Joseph Parker's the A side against Usyk, and that Parker's the front runner.
Who said Joseph Parker's the A side?
You know Higgins, the guy that works with
Higgins.
Parker.
Oh yeah. Higgins is his manager now. Yeah.
Yeah.
Promoter. Yeah.
Listen, I don't know I'm gonna look up the WBO rankings right now.
See. Well, I was about to, while he looking. Usyk's supposed to be the A side because he's supposed to be ranked number 1. He was the WBO cruiserweight champion. When he moves up, he's supposed to be the number 1 contender. Yeah. So he would be the A side over Joseph Parker if they fight, unless Joseph Parker has a title, which he don't. So Usyk supposed to be the A side in that fight.
Oh, he's clearly the A side. I mean, he's the that's why he's getting the shot. I think Higgins is the manager. Higgins is the manager of Parker, so he's speaking from a personal perspective. Yeah, certainly not. Joseph Parker certainly wouldn't be.
I mean, if they signed the fight, would you? I wouldn't have Joseph Parker favored over Usyk.
Who do I favor over Joseph Parker and Usyk? We've only seen Usyk. We've only seen Usyk fight once, a heavyweight. Having said that, I think he's the more skilled.
Yep. That is the exact word. The way he turns, I can see he making that. I see that fight at 8-4.
That's American betting. That's American betting lingo. 8-4. American betting lingo.
8 rounds. Usyk 4 rounds for Parker.
Oh, I got
he's Parker scrappy. He gonna get a couple rounds, but the boxing, the southpaw.
Yeah. I would. Yeah, I think that's along the lines that I would go with. 8-4. Yeah, 4 max for Parker. But hey, I'm open to be surprised. The Watcher.
Yeah, I'm looking at the rankings from December 2019. Usyk's number 1, Parker's number 2, and there really isn't anyone else. Chisora's number 9, and really that's too low.
Yeah.
And then you got guys like Dubois. Like Dubois is number 5. That's amazing. You got there quick. Ruiz just lost. Konaki, he might be fighting Hellenius. You got Farah and Hunter. You got Romanov. Listen, I know he's not in the WBO rankings because of all that's happened, but I just think that Dillian White should fight for this. I know he's not in the rankings, and I know it's not how it goes. I just think it's fair. I think he should just be given that opportunity, because he should get this opportunity. I would love to see Dillian fight for this. I'd love to see him become.
I'll see him fight Usyk.
Yeah, for if they drop the WBO belt, they vacate it. I would love for Dillian to fight for it. Imagine that. And Dillian, because listen, Dillian could beat Usyk. I don't think Usyk will beat Dillian.
You think so?
Sorry?
You think so?
Really, I do. I mean, Dillian is a very physical guy, and you see, the thing with when you got guys like Usyk, they don't really learn anything new because they've been doing it longer. They've had a very long amateur career. So all they can really do is get their fitness up and use what they have. Dillian is very raw, so Dillian constantly learns at an older age, whereas with Usyk, he's already got what he has. I'm not saying he can't, you can't box, but I just think it's going to be very hard for Usyk to put those tippy-tappy combinations together. Dillian, he's very old school. He's doing the cross guard like Foreman. He's using his high guard. He's, kind of jabbing out. He's really versatile.
Yeah, I think Dillian, the best chance of him be landing the right hand, but the feints and the movement, another maybe 7-5. But I think two judges will probably have it 8-4 too, because without the right hand, the feints and stuff, the angles. I've seen Dillian look shaky versus guys that don't even move as good as Usyk does, like that. If he doesn't land the right hand and he gets tired, that's another thing that I don't. His conditioning is just not something that you should be banking on. His best chance is to land that right hand. If not, he's gonna lose a lot of rounds because this guy's gonna be changing angles. His best chance is pulling in and throwing the right hand.
Oh my god!
I'm laughing at Justin.
Yeah, I know he popped in with the pizza.
Hey YG, I can see that happening. I can see it that way. Because I'm trying to think. Dillian, the best I reckon I saw him was probably against Chisora. I know he might have been losing that fight, but he looked really composed and he showed he could box on the back foot a bit, and then he could go toe to toe at the same time. With Parker, he looked pretty good, but he got very tired. And I remember he'd throw a left hook, and he'd throw it so hard, and then when he finished throwing it, he'd be off balance and he'd take some steps back. It was like he was in awe of how he missed. It's pretty bad. His balance is not very good, Dillian's, but I don't really.
It's he gives away the first few rounds, come out shaky. He comes back in the middle rounds, right, with some good work. He gets into the fight, then he's dog tired for a round, and then he lands the good punch to pit them out when he wins those fights. So my thing is, if you put him in there with some better like how you said, he got tired with Parker. What you call is more on his toes, and with that jet, you get tired in front of him, in front of Usyk, you gonna be in trouble because he's just gonna work you with the angles. And then the punching off balance and stuff, he's gonna get countered. That's why I said if he don't land the big right hand on the southpaw, which is his weakness, I don't that fight is gonna go the distance and him losing a lot of rounds.
No, you never know. I'm not ruling it out of all the possibilities. I see Dillian winning by stoppage. But I also
and you see when you say that, you see it got to be with him landing the big right hand. That's why I said. That's the thing about with
left hook too. Like that. Don't forget about the left hook.
The left hook can land. The left hook can land because Usyk, he holds his hands very well, right?
Yeah.
But again, he doesn't always fully extend his arms, okay? For a guy that's a good boxer, he really doesn't extend his shots all the time. has those bent arms in between when he punches those combinations. You know, Dillian's got, look, people talk about Wilder's right hand, okay? Dillian's left hook is like near that equivalent. Like he hits very hard with it.
Yep.
I actually think that Usyk can't really take it to the body. A lot of European fighters got this thing with taking it to the body. The Klitschko's didn't like it. Sergey Kovalev doesn't like it. Dmitry Bivol doesn't like it. There's a whole list. Robert Helenius doesn't like it. Usyk's not going to like it. Usyk is shorter. And he, like, look, he's got good legs, but I'm telling you, those liver shots, he's southpaw, so his liver's going to be closer to that side of Dillian. Dillian's going to throw right hands to the body, jabs to the body. And you talk about feints. Usyk is very good with the feints, but if you watch the Oscar Rivas fight, Dillian was feinting. And Rivas is a very accomplished amateur like Usyk, but he couldn't figure it out. A guy with 300 amateur fights against a guy with 6 or 7 amateur fights, and the guy with 7 amateur fights was able to use feints against Rivas. That is very impressive, that. And he will use it against Usyk, and Usyk won't expect it.
See, that's the point that I could get to too, but I wasn't even going to pull out. Rivas was giving Dillian a lot of work in that fight. He gave Dillian a lot of work.
Well,
angles. He gave him some work in that fight.
Well, Rivas is an accomplished boxer. I mean, you're not an accomplished boxer for no reason. You're not an accomplished boxer for no reason. How many hundreds of amateur fights did he have? He's a highly accomplished. 300 damn amateur fights. Rivas ain't no punk. Rivas
is very good.
Of course.
And that is White's, in my opinion, that's White's best win, right? Rivas, he's a dog, okay? He doesn't care. He's very good. And I hope to see him back. And actually, I heard that in January he'll be fighting, but I don't know if that's going to happen.
I think he signed with Top Rank as well, didn't he?
Yeah, he did.
Top Rank as well.
Look at Rascot 222 in the chat. Yeah, you know what? He is always in the chat talking. This guy, I swear. But anyway,
he's a mod over here. Rascot's a mod.
Oh, he's a mod. Okay,
how would you know?
I know. I got my eye on Rascot. I got my eye on him.
Is he not blue? He's blue.
Oh, from where I'm viewing it, it's different, but
it's a mod. I just want to jump in right here. Parker, with this point here, Parker doesn't deserve a shot for the title with his fake spider bite. Fake or no fake. I don't know if he's more deserving than Chisora right now. I don't feel he's more deserving than Chisora right now, or certainly not more deserving than a White who just beat him. And I've just noticed. Yeah, mute yourself, YG. I'm hearing some feedback from you. And I've just seen this article. Hold on. What do I want to do? I want to share. I want to share my screen application window. Where is it? StreamYard notes. No, not notes. Anyway, damn it. Boom, boom, boom. Okay, so it reads Team Parker to Usyk. We're the A side. 70-30 split for us. Now you see, to me, that's just cheeky. That is just plain cheeky. You've got the opportunity. You've been given the opportunity from out of nowhere. It seems you may have the opportunity to fight for the WBO heavyweight title again. You could get that back again. But what do? They go and say, we're the A side, which you're not. 70-30 split for us. So this is going to what you said earlier, Watcher. David Higgins, the manager for the WBO heavyweight championship champion. Joseph Parker says their boxer is without question the A side of any agreement for a potential fight with Alexander Usyk. Usyk, who unified the entire cruiserweight division in 2018, made his heavyweight debut in October, with a stoppage victory over Chaz Witherspoon. There is a possibility that both boxers could be ordered to fight each other, with Usyk being the mandatory challenger to the WBO world title and Parker being ranked at number 2. Okay, so we know about Anthony Joshua. Has been ordered to face Usyk, but he's also been ordered to face the IBF mandatory Kubrat Pulev. Joshua and Pulev have till January the 31st to reach a deal. So that's the end of January the 31st. Where are we now? We're the 13th. Yeah, so they got 3 weeks, 2 weeks, 2 weeks and 2 days. Okay, so if Joshua decides to vacate the WBO, then Parker is ready to face Usyk for the title with the proper financial terms in place. Usyk has not earned his stripes at heavyweight, says Higgins. Joseph Parker is the A side, and Joseph Parker has sold out the Principality Stadium with Joshua. He sold out the O2 Stadium with White. Okay. He's the A side. So if Usyk wants to share the ring with Parker, I would be expecting a 70-30 open book revenue share in Parker's favor. I'll get ridiculed for that. But listen, Parker's beaten Andy Ruiz. He sold out the Principality Stadium, the O2, and he's a big name in the UK. So Usyk is the B side. What an utter load of crapola. What a utter load. If Parker was the A side, then he would be the mandatory. He would be the one who's being put up for the fight, not Usyk. So he's just talking a load of absolute crapola. Okay, where are we? Let me get back. Let me stop sharing that. Or I don't even have to stop sharing. So, where are we? Okay. So yeah, is just a quick one from each guy. Who's the A side? Parker or Usyk? The YG. YG. You're on mute. The Watcher. Who is the A side, the Watcher? Usyk or Parker?
Usyk.
YG. Who's the A side? Usyk or Parker? Okay. So it's my turn. Unquestionably, without a doubt, David Higgins, stop talking, as Gillian White would say. Stop talking rubbish. Stop talking rubbish. Okay, so that is chopped and diced. Let me go over to the chat. Let me go over to the chat. You're ready for the Super Series as a heavyweight and won the Muhammad Ali trophy. He already did it. Yeah, that's Usyk we're talking about. That's Usyk. Okay. Usyk is the truth. Usyk will school White. Well, that's interesting. That is interesting. So Usyk, I think you're going with White, Watcher. I think YG is going with Usyk. Ross Clark is going with Usyk. So he's going to school White. I'm not so sure. I think Usyk's going to get his chip. I see it going two ways. If it goes to points, it's Usyk. However, I'm not convinced it goes the distance. I think Usyk Has Usyk tasted heavier hands than White's? That's the question. That's the question that comes to my mind.
No. Well, Gassiev is the biggest puncher that he's faced, and Gassiev couldn't do shit. So, and Dylan hits very hard with his left hook anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I think Usyk is going to get his whiskers tested. Definitely going to get his whiskers tested. I would like to see that fight. White is the body snatcher. Yes, indeed. YG's back. I think YG's back. Is he back? I don't know. Well, there we go. He's muted again. Okay, so Usyk going to make White look like a fool. I'm not convinced. I'm not convinced. I mean, he's definitely going to get his whiskers tested. Usyk is highly elusive, but I don't know. Don't sleep on White. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Usyk fought all punches at cruiserweight. He ain't getting knocked out. He ain't getting knocked out. I don't know about that. YG says, "Can you hear me?" I see you. You're muted in and off. I can't hear a damn word you're saying, my friend. I can't hear a damn word you're saying, YG. Let me just type that. Can he hear me? Yeah, I think he can hear me. You can hear me, YG. I think YG's having some technical issues. Stay with it, YG. Stay with it. Okay. Dillian is a good power puncher. Keep your eyes on the king. Watcha. No. Can you hear me? No, we can't hear you. We can't hear, I'm talking to YG. Talking to YG. Rivas is an absolute beast. Him doing what he did, him coming to fight, causing problems is no surprise. No surprise whatsoever. Where are we? YG is back. I can hear some background noise, so I know your mic is definitely working, YG. Oh, you muted yourself.
Yeah, I muted it. I'm back.
Yeah, okay. All good in the hood. I heard you. I agree. Pam Parker not getting a shot. Yeah. So who do you think deserves the shot? Who do you think deserves the shot most of the WBO? We know they might go. We know they're looking at Parker because he's number 2. They have procedures. Sometimes they follow them. Sometimes they don't. So Parker is the favorite. Who do you think is most deserving of the shot versus Usyk? Out of Parker, Chisora, and White. YG.
Yeah, I mean, I would say White.
Yeah.
Because White beat both of them, so White should get a chance to fight over those two.
He's beat Chisora and Parker. Yeah. I mean, that's not how it's going to work. They're going to go with the number 2 guy. Well, they're going to give him the first option. I doubt he's going to refuse it, even at 30%. He'd be crazy. I'd say he'd be crazy. I'd say it'd be crazy to turn it down. The Watcher. Who's the more deserving? White, Parker, Chisora, or White of the shot against Usyk?
Well, I think they're going to give it to Parker.
Yeah.
They will not give it to Chisora. Usyk's team, as I've said, don't want that.
Yeah.
And that's a risky fight anyway. So they're going to go with Parker, who doesn't come with all the antics, who's very respectful, who's very humble, who's very low-key, who's a nice person, and who has more, I'm not going to say more holes in this game, but who's probably less of a dog than a Chisora. Now, I think White deserves it, like YG said.
Yeah.
Like you said. He beat Chisora in 2016. Then he beat Parker in 2018. The first man to drop Parker as well.
Yeah.
Then he knocked Chisora out cold in a fight that he was losing, essentially. Yeah. So that's 3 wins that Usyk's not even come close to conjuring up. Usyk was getting countered against Chaz Witherspoon, which is not good. Like, you should be getting countered by a late replacement, a 4-day notice late replacement in Chaz Witherspoon. You can't, especially in the first round. I think White deserves it. The WBO, what can they do though? Like, how is that going to work? If we're like, all right, if like you're Eddie Hearn and Dillian is coming up to you saying, "Oh, put me in on Usyk," will that be possible? Because I don't know.
Will what be possible?
White versus Usyk.
I don't know. I think the WBO, they got their rules. I think they're going to stick to them. But in this case, I wouldn't be offended.
I think that fight.
I wouldn't be offended.
That fight easily can happen.
How?
What about if enough money is put up in front for that? Because Dillian's a huge draw in the UK now. And Usyk's a big draw there too.
Isn't the whole reason Joshua was giving up that title and let Usyk and them fight for it because he could Eddie Hearn could easily make the fight with Usyk and them?
Yeah.
So why Eddie Hearn can't easily make the fight with
No. It's the WBO regulations. WBO regulations. Number 1 and number 2 fight for the mandatory. Well, if there's a mandatory for the belt, then they it's number 1 and number 2, or as close to that as possible. So you go to 3, 4, 5, whoever, you know what I'm saying? But if Parker is available, it's number 2. It's number 1. Usyk number 1, Parker number 2, mandatory, boom. Champion not defending the belt.
No. I'm not. I wasn't talking about that. I was saying the negotiation between Usyk and White shouldn't be that hard to make.
No. But it wouldn't. But the question is, will the WBO accept White as a fighter for the vacant belt? Because you got. They dropped him. They dropped him out of the rankings, didn't they? The WBO dropped him out of the rankings.
Oh yeah, because of his sample situation.
Yeah, hold on. You've got the rankings up, Watcher. Is Dillian White back in the rankings?
No, I think he said he had the one from December. They didn't even upgrade it from January. I looked at it earlier. Because I was looking at it at the for the Jaime Munguia situation. I was looking at the WBO rankings.
Yeah,
and he's been the number 1 contender since December, and he still ain't trying to call out Andrade.
Okay. So
no, he's not in there.
He's not in there. So logically speaking, the WBO dropped him out. They should have put him straight back in there, or they could come back and say, "Oh, he was innocent of the charge, so he deserves to be back in." So who knows?
There.
Who knows? Who knows how it's going to work out?
They're making it. When I was passing through there earlier, I seen that Danny Garcia is the number 1 contender for Terrence Crawford.
Garcia for Crawford. Okay.
Yeah. The WBO got Danny Garcia ranked number 1.
Number 1 WBO. Yeah, it's the WBO belt. Garcia. I think he's fighting Garcia. Who's fighting Garcia? It was supposed to be Terrence Spence, wasn't it? No, it was supposed to be Errol Spence.
Yeah.
Okay. Who's Garcia with? Who's his promoter?
PBC, I guess.
Okay.
I don't know.
Al Heyman. Okay.
Yeah. Well, that's his advisor. I don't know who's.
Okay. So Benno Cadman, I just watched the Fury Wilder press conference, and it's sad from a marketing perspective. I think you meant to say, not meaning to distract from this chat, but I feel it's worth a mention. Yeah, we chopped that up earlier on. You can still comment on it. I thought it was flat. White deserves it, but does the body snatcher want that next? White doesn't shy away from challenges. If he got dropped out because of the drug thing, because of the irregularity or the abnormality in the sample that UCAD found, which later turned out to be lab contamination. If he was dropped out for that reason, then he should be put in for the reason that the doubt was cleared. So he should be put back in. And that theoretically could happen. They could lobby and petition for that. That's what should happen. That's what should happen with White and the WBC.
I mean, they got some time.
Yeah, they got time. They got time on their hands, so they can do it. Shiz Biz says White is the WBC interim champion. Yes, he's the WBC interim champion, and with the same principle that we just spoke about, they dropped him from being the immediate mandatory and replaced him with Tyson Fury because of the process, the UCAD process. But the same way they dropped him when they thought he might be guilty is the same way they should reinstate him now that he has been proved innocent of the charges.
I seen somewhere that Dubois said he wanted to fight White for that interim belt.
Fight him for the interim, but the WBC interim. Yeah, that's just squawking right now. Dubois is in the building phase. So that's just he's doing the right thing. He's talking. But I don't think he's fought anybody in the top 20 yet, has he? He hasn't fought or beat anybody in the top 20. So beat somebody in the top 20 first, Dubois. I like Dubois, but
even though they got him in the it's hard to, you got to fight the guys that's in your rankings.
Yeah. You got to fight. Yeah, you got to beat somebody in the top 20 before you try somebody in the top 10. That would be my position. Usyk is better than people think. And the Chaz fight was a bubble. I don't know what you mean bubble.
I mean, I know what you mean, but if they already got him ranked at number 5, why? Well, he gonna fight back somebody in the 15. He got to call out the people ahead of him.
Not really. No, he ain't fought nobody in the top 20 yet. So this process still continues. Just because they put him in the rankings of 5, it doesn't make no sense to be unintelligent. You have to be intelligent about who you fight and steady progress. You have to progress steadily. So,
but him and Dillian White in England, that wouldn't be a good money. That wouldn't be a good fight for him.
That would be a great fight. That would be a great fight financially, yeah, but it wouldn't be a great fight for him because he skipped out He skipped out to the whole of the top 20 to go up into the top 5. I'll say you fight somebody in the top 30, then fight somebody in the top 20, then fight somebody in the top 10. That's a logical progression.
No, I see what you're saying. I get it.
That's logical to me, anyway.
I mean, the Joyce people not gonna give him a chance. They don't want that fight.
Yeah. They said they want it. Joyce said they want it.
Now they said they. I don't know. I don't see them taking that fight.
I don't know because what's this here? What hurts Dubois bad? What hurts Dubois bad? Yeah, that's very watcher. What do you say about that? What do you say about the Dubois fight? The White fight for Dubois.
I don't think White has enough stamina to fight that young boy.
Yeah, the watcher. What do you think about Dubois v. White? Oh, he ain't there. Okay. Yeah. Dubois. He ain't ready yet. He's got to still progress. He's on 12 fights, 13 fights. He ain't ready. You shouldn't really be fighting for world championship until you're in your something like your 20th fight. Okay. Joshua did it. What was he, 17th?
Yeah, I was about to say it's changed a little bit. You don't gotta fight a whole bunch of tomato cans to see where you at. I know, like it's good to probably to tighten some of your tools up when you do that, but it's kind of misleading.
Yeah, I don't believe in this. I don't believe in this hopscotch business. I believe in steady progression. Steady progression.
Rascal being a troll. Rascal's trolling. I've seen all these comments.
I don't know, man. I don't know. I mean, I don't know. I don't know. The link is in the chat. The link is in the chat. So, the Rascal, if you want to jump in, jump on in.
See, even what you guys said, Joyce don't want that fight. High risk, low reward. Joyce has his sight on high ranking fighters. No, I think Joyce people was taking more of the angle that Ralph was just saying to fight somebody in the top 20 first, then the top 15, then go like that's how they using him fighting like that. He's not gonna jump in the ring with anybody strong yet.
Who are you talking about?
Somebody Debo in the chat just said that he was just saying that Joyce people don't want that fight, low risk, high reward. I mean
You mean
high
high risk, low reward.
Yeah, like that, and that they don't want that fight. And I was saying, yeah, they want to do that like how you saying. They're gonna take Joyce and have him fight somebody in the top 20 first, then the top 15, then the top 10. Like they're gonna move him on slowly. They're not gonna have him fight anybody in the top 10 yet.
Yeah, probably, but I was really speaking about Dubois. Joe Joyce is further on. He's further on than Dubois. I think Joe Joyce has fought higher competition.
So you think Joe Joyce is ready to fight top 10 talent?
I think they want him. These people, they want it. They want to push him up to top 20 and then top 10. So yeah, I think he's further on than Dubois. I think Dubois, he hasn't fought the level of competition of Joyce. Joyce has fought Ustinov and what was that 12 rounder Jennings. So he's fought the higher ranking competition. So he's further on. So I think he would take on a top 20, and then a top 10, I think. But Dubois, no, I don't believe in rushing him. He's just a young talent on what? How many fights? What, 12, 13 fights? No. Wait until it's something like just looking at the world championship fight for Dubois at 20 fights. So to my reckoning, that leaves him 8. That leaves him 8 more fights. I think that's a proper level of progression.
So that's what you saying. That's almost like 4 more years.
4 years? Or 8 fights in 4 years, 7 fights in 4 years. What he does 3 fights a year minimum. 3, 6.
I mean, he's been doing 3 fights when these little fights now, but
yeah,
the bigger the fights, like the way you saying, like the more distance you pay in between fights because you gotta start.
I say 2 years. 2 years. Well, 2 years. Does he need 2 years? He's 20 now. 22, 23. When did Mike Tyson? He was a phenom. He fought for the title when he was 21. Okay. 18 months. So he's 20 now? 22 and a half, 23. Man, 18 months. I really don't believe in rushing the talent like that. I really don't believe in rushing the talent like that. I mean, build yourself up. Who was it? Deontay Wilder who said that you shouldn't be a champion with training wheels on? Yeah, was it Deontay Wilder who said that you shouldn't be a champion with training wheels on?
Yeah.
But then it wasn't Shelly Finkel who said that Deontay Wilder was still a baby. So he was a champion with diapers on.
Yeah, if you're gonna listen to what the promoter say, I mean, fighting Dillian White has never been a champion.
Dillian White has never been a champion. Is that what you're saying?
What title Dillian White have?
Interim. He's a champion right now. He's a WBC interim champion.
Man.
White now needs to give Watcher. Do you want to say something on this topic?
No, it's all right. You guys cleared it up well.
Okay, so Benno Cadman, White now needs to give every effort to slim down. Yeah. I saw a video. I think, yeah, it was a video of White back a few years ago, and he had abs. Saw a video of White a few years ago, and he had abs. And he needs to get back to that condition. He needs to get the cheekbones back. He needs to trim off that blubber. Thumbs up, gang. Georgie Porgy up in the building. Usyk needs to smash a heavyweight in the top 15. It would have been nice. D-Bro up in the building. Joyce don't want that fight. High risk, low reward. Joyce has his sights on higher ranking opponents. Yeah, I hear that. AD up in the building.
I mean, what you call is ranked at number 5. So, and he really don't have his sights ranked on higher opponents because he ain't calling out Dillian White in them.
Who?
I've never heard them mention Joyce versus Dillian White.
I've never heard that either.
None of the people above that. So he really don't got his sights set on anybody higher than Dubois. And he's older than Dubois, and Dubois is ranked higher than him.
He's older than Dubois. Who's older than Dubois?
Joyce.
Yeah, he's old. Joyce is older than most people right now in the heavyweight.
He's long in the tooth.
He's long in the tooth. Long in the tooth. They're rushing Joyce because of his age. Yeah.
He's gonna get pancaked.
Say again.
I said he's gonna get pancaked though.
Pancake by who?
If they put him in with any of the top heavyweights, he'd get pancaked. I think Dillian White could beat him. His hand's too slow.
Dillian White's a top fighter, man. Dillian White's top fighter is like a top 4 guy, top 5 guy. You ain't no lot low 5.
But that's who if they said they looking for people ranked above Dubois, and Dubois is ranked at 5. So those are the fighters that we're mentioning then. So you're thinking of the Dillian Whites, the Tyson Furies, all of those guys up there, they could beat Joyce. Yeah. Joyce can't beat none of those guys.
I would say they will beat Joyce. So what you saying Joyce should do? What's his roadmap?
That's why I said that the Dubois fight is one of the best fights he can make. Because if he can't beat none of the guys above him, and with his age, like he's going to get better, but it ain't going to be like a fine wine thing situation.
Well, hold on. It don't make sense for Joyce to fight Dubois, in my opinion, because you want to get. It don't matter if you're going to win or lose against one of the top. What's that? Yeah, the tapping. I hear the tapping. It don't matter if you can't beat none of the top 5. The point is to get the fight nonetheless. You want top 5 money. You know, you want top 5 money, and then there's still a chance. If there's 2 guys in a ring, there's always the chance. So that makes more sense for Dubois to fight one of those guys, not next, but his aim has to be one of the top guys for the top guy money. Preferably a money guy, a guy who brings some money to the table. That's the most logical thing to me. That's where he's got to be working towards. Joyce needs to get a move on. Certainly does, says Pablo Diablo up in the building. Joyce isn't that good. Isn't Joyce 34-ish? Yep. D-Bro in the building. Dubois needs to learn to keep his head off the center line. Got to slip. Hey, a lot of people need to learn to do that Pele Grosso. A lot of people need to learn that. Slip off the center. Usyk did beat Joyce in the amateurs, yes. Dubois coincidentally working his way up the rankings so he could get a shot sooner than expected. Well, I put on some weight since MasterChef. He put on some weight before MasterChef. Definitely needs to trim off some of that blubber. No joke. No joke. Joyce versus Miller. Now that's a good call. That is a good call. Joyce versus Miller. Before we move on,
I got Miller. I got Miller in 9 rounds.
Go ahead, YG. Say that again.
I got
Say
Miller
that
in
again.
9 rounds. I got Miller in 9 rounds.
The Watcher.
Oh, Miller is gonna run through him. Joyce is not a dog. Listen, he comes in with his chin up. His hand placement is not defensive. He throws the jab, the hook cross, the 1-2. He's so slow. Like, people say BTwR is slow. BTwR's not slow. Joyce is slow. Like, Miller has hand speed. He can switch his stance pretty quick. Not that he does it much, but in training he does. Like, that is not competitive. Miller is going to run through that guy, I'm telling you.
Miller. Big belly Miller.
Big Miller.
Big belly Miller. Who does? I don't watch Question of Sport. I haven't watched Question of Sport since I was a lad. I didn't know he still existed. It's a program, TV program on UK. You have that over in Australia, Question of Sport? Huh? Okay. Yeah. Drop that like. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button if you've not subscribed. Hit that PayPal button so it don't get rusty. Follow me on Twitter. And share the videos which you like on social media platform. Yeah. People are saying Joyce ain't no good. He's this and he's that and the other. He's slow. Yeah, he looks slow, but he seems to land. He looks slow, but he seems to land. But okay, we've chopped that up, chopped a number of things up. Where the hell do I go? Topic sheet is brimming over. This damn Wilder.
Topic sheep.
Topic sheet. Topic sheet.
Baby sheep.
Sorry? Baby sheep.
I just remember you on the show with Ness.
Yeah.
And like your mic wasn't working and he's like, "You all right, rookie?" And then you're like, yeah, I'm a rookie. Don't worry about that. And then as you finish talking, Nesta was like, "Baby sheep." And then you're like, "Don't worry, you're the sheep." Because he's wearing that damn hat.
I had the sheep hat. I remember that one. He's wearing the sheep hat. Insulting the American sheep by wearing the sheep hat. Okay. Hold on. I'm looking at the topic sheet, trying to move on to the next topic. What time is it? Okay. So, Josh Taylor. Are we going with Josh Taylor? Yeah, we're best. Josh Taylor has left Cyclone, his promoter, headed by Barry McGuigan, and his trainer, son of Barry, Shane McGuigan, and is headed over to Top Rank. We're going to chop that up. I've already done videos on it, but I haven't talked to anybody on it. So, I mean, on a show. We haven't talked to anybody about it on a show. We're on a show, The Watcher. What's your take on the situation?
If you want loyalty, buy a dog. Yeah.
Yep.
You know what? Like, I don't know. I've never really liked Josh Taylor. You know, I really just
Never
think
took
that.
to him. You never took to him. You never.
No, I haven't. I did before the Regis fight. I thought, because I didn't know him that well.
Yeah.
But after this, it kind of just shows. Like, he's been through all that stuff with Shane McGuigan.
Yeah.
You know, and McGuigan's helped him a lot. You know, and
hell of a lot.
I don't know. Yeah, like, and Barry as well.
Yeah.
So I don't get what the move was for. I don't know much about Cyclone Promotions.
Okay.
I think Top Rank's good,
Yeah.
but for me, the loyalty thing's important, especially with Shane. That's my take, really. I mean, I think he should have been, because it seems really sudden. You win all that, you win against Riga's Progress, and then you move to Top Rank, like out of nowhere. It's weird.
Yeah. YG.
I mean, like you said, I don't know if maybe if there's something personal behind the scenes, but like I can't name too many fighters that stay with one promoter during their whole career. Like it just doesn't happen. Like when you say like loyalty, like, and then if the person like, is it where's the business line, and then the friendship begin? Because like if somebody, like if he goes over there, signs a 2-fight or a 3-fight deal over there, but he's trying to unify.
Yeah.
Like, is that like I'm trying to better myself, but you're trying to make money? Like, how does that go? Like, so like that's why I say sometimes, like, if he's trying to do that, then it's go ahead, like, because like, is the company gonna fall under now that he left?
No.
So it's like, so like you can't really say when you say loyalty, like, oh, so what? We're not friends no more because I did another business. Like, at the end of the day, like, how much did those guys pay him to go over there, and then how much money did they put on the table? Like, how much money they had on the table? That's another big thing that you gotta look at.
Well, he's breached, apparently, according to Barry McGuigan, he's breached his contract.
I mean, obviously the lawyers looked over that and gave him the okay to what you call it.
You mean theoretically?
I mean, if he signed the deal, his lawyers had to look over the Top Rank deal. He just I know they didn't just put papers in front of him and he just said, you know what, here. Like, he had to have some type of representation for that. So for them to do that,
theoretically. In theory.
Well, yeah, in theory you say. And then, they say, well, this other contract, we can get you out of this. It might cost a couple of dollars, but they'll work that out.
Yeah. Theoretically, they will work it out in theory, without going to the court. But they may end up going to court in litigation. I mean, Bob's a lawyer. Just mute yourself for me, YG. I can hear the clicking. Bob's a lawyer. So he could have taken a calculated gamble. So yeah, you're still tied in to a certain extent, but in this column here, in this article here, we see a way we can get you out of this. You can come over here and you'll have less hands in the pot. You won't be paying Barry McGuigan 25%, and you won't be paying Shane McGuigan 15%. What's 25 and 15? That's 40%. You're giving away 40%, boy. Come on over here to Top Rank, and we'll sort you out.
For the record, that's not me. Somebody got like a clock in the background. I think that's the watcher. That's not me with that ticking sound too.
The clicking. I think it's you, but I'm not sure. I'll take a look as we proceed. Okay, so yeah, so there looks like litigation is a very real. That's a terrible picture. That's too small. That's way too small. That's too small. Looks like litigation is a very, very real, very, very real possibility. But like I said, Aram is Aram is a lawyer himself.
But that's not going to stop the unification fight.
Or Ramirez. No, Ramirez is there. Isn't Ramirez on Top Rank as well?
Yeah, that's why I said that even though they'd be going to court and they still book that fight.
Yeah, Ramirez is Top Rank as well, if I'm not mistaken. So yeah, I think that's one of the reasons he crossed the road. That's one of the reasons he crossed the road to Top Rank. You know, there's a host of fighters around those weight categories, you know, that Josh Taylor can tap into. But like I said, according to Barry McGuigan, he's breached his contract. So we're just going to have to wait and see, wait to find out how that plays out. Let me go back into the chat. Let's see what's happening. Let's see what is happening. Oh, boom, boom, boom. Okay, so yeah, we definitely need to see Miller without the roids. That's a big factor. If he wants to, if he likes dogs so much, become a shepherd. The man is trying to break into the USA. I don't know. Could be a money thing. Could be a money thing. Matchroom would have matched Top Rank's offer. Yeah, that's highly likely, D, bro. Highly likely. But they don't have Matchroom. They don't have Top Rank's stable. Top Rank have got the stable. Some fighters don't need pressing. I don't know, pressing. In what context are we using the term pressing? Not sure. According to Benno Cadman, money makes people calm. I don't know about that. I've gone down the rabbit hole with the Epstein thing. I've gone down the rabbit hole with because he leads to his girlfriend, who gave him leeway to indulge. Her father was Robert Maxwell, the press tycoon, the millionaire who lived like a billionaire and scammed the Mirror Group workers out of their pension funds, stole hundreds of millions of pounds, hundreds of millions, and was found floating in the sea by his yacht. Say money makes people calm. Well, like I said, I just gone down the rabbit hole last week. I've gone down the rabbit hole with the Epstein thing. He's connected to Robert Maxwell's daughter, Robert Maxwell. He knew Robert Maxwell before he died. Robert Maxwell was a spy as well as a media tycoon. Robert Maxwell made money out of a program called Promise, which was developed by the Israeli Secret Service, Mossad. Well, no, the idea was their idea, but they found a program maker over in California. He had designed a program called Promise, and the intention was that would be sold around the world. Okay, thank you. The watcher had to go. Thank you for coming in and contributing. Sold to major bodies, governments, countries, and the program basically was designed to keep, for those states would keep contact with their enemies within their state and enemies beyond their state, beyond their countries. So this program could basically track terrorists anytime they use their bank account, anytime they use their phone. This highly sophisticated program called Promise It would track all their calls, track where they go by monitoring their phone signals. Make a deposit in the bank, it would track them, track their banking. Anywhere they went, their phone would act like a tracker. They would be tracked. Their banking habits would act as a tracker. They'd track their banking habits, secret bank accounts. They would track them. They would find out about them through this program called Promise. The Israeli Secret Service called Mossad. They sent a guy over to California to investigate the program. He ended up literally stealing the program as he left. The office of the guy, who obviously is not going to give him the program, you're going to have to buy it for millions and millions of dollars, pounds, yen, euro. As he was leaving, said to the reception guy, you know, it's crazy. I forgot to pick up a copy. And they said, don't worry, we'll send you one over. The reception guy or gal sent him the copy, which was the real thing. So the Secret Service didn't have to pay the millions for the program. So not only did he get the program for free, or they get the program for free, but now they built in a trap door. That was the next thing. Was the trap door? What is a trap door? Well, the trap door was so that the Israeli Secret Service, the Mossad, they could keep tabs on every program they sold. Every program they sold to all the different countries, they had a trap door where they could keep track of everything that was happening with that particular program in that country. So everybody, say, who bought it? Okay, let's say Brazil bought it. Germany, they were one of the few places that didn't buy it. Australia, I think they had it. USA, they brought it. USA Secret Service, they brought it. So everybody around the world, as they're tracking their terrorists or people of interest, the Mossad was gaining all that information and intelligence as well. And they say, how did Epstein make all that money? Well, there's three main ways that these people, the higher ups, so-called higher ups, there's three main ways they make money. One is trafficking whatever, including people. So it's trafficking. Two is drugs. And three, arms. Those are some of the top three ways the so-called higher ups make money. Trafficking, drugs, both legal and illegal drugs, and arms. Creating instability in one country, selling them arms, and then selling the arms to the people they're attacking. Hundreds and millions are made this way, if not billions, every year. So when you say money makes people calm, I've gone down a rabbit hole which suggests otherwise. Okay. Definitely the arms race. Yes. Yep, those are the PayPal informations. PayPal button available in the description box. Good spot there. Good spot. Okay, so what have we here. Just going through the chat. Just going through the chat. Yep. I have a detached retina, so can't box spot anymore. Gonna get back into training soon, though. Yes, yes, yes. Gotta move the body. Physical activity is essential. Debro said, yeah, it's a good move for Taylor's career. Just a shame about the controversy. Well, you know, there's a few people who've left that Cyclone gym. Clearly, they're doing a good job. They're getting champions. They're making champions. Frampton, Taylor, and what's the guy who just fought? Vasil Lomachenko? What's his name? The English guy. Forgot his name. Tall, skinny guy. Forgot his name. Terrible with names. Terrible. Absolutely terrible. Marla up in the building. Said Scott Parker landed just as many power punches as Ruiz and had the better jab. He didn't lose that fight. And the Dillian White fight should have been scored a draw, says Marla. They incorrectly scored the second round between White and Parker, 10-8. 10-8 after head clash. Parker was winning that round 10-9. Parker's only legit loss is AJ. Pablo says, Rafi, I know it's deep, but Barry Hearn is in Jeffrey Epstein's black book. Well, you know, I got a counter to that. I hear that. And he is in the black book. But my counter to that is that not everybody who was in his diary. I mean, was it a black book or a diary? I saw the reams of names, and it looked like a diary to me, Pablo. It looked like a diary to me. What Epstein was doing is he was running. Well, first of all, he had a taste for younger ladies. But from what I've seen, it seemed to be young teenagers, 14 to the 18, that kind of thing. So that was his taste. And what he was doing? He was working for the Secret Service, the Israeli Secret Service, Mossad. Basically, he turned his taste into industry. So he was working with the Israeli Secret Service. You say, oh, why? He's not Israeli. Well, historically, he's Israeli. That was his roots. So he was working, and he was trying to get as many people in compromising positions, many people of power in compromising positions. And then obviously, wherever it happens, on his island, on his boat, on his plane, places tended to be, it suggested that those places were wired for sound and video, sight and sound and vision. So his job was to try and get as many top-ranking people in power, get them in, put them into compromising positions, have video evidence so that he could blackmail them and extort them at a later date. Or rather, he would pass on that information to the relevant parties. They would then use him to blackmail and extort, or rather have them do the bidding of higher powers. So, yeah, just because he was in his diary doesn't mean he's guilty of wrongdoing. That would be my counter to that. So not everybody in the man's diary was guilty. Because one of his things was he would try and court and solicit the attention and the presence of powerful people, rich, powerful people. It's a dirty, dirty, dirty thing. Okay, where we at? Where we at? We gate. Oh, we gate. Oh my gosh, we gate. Yeah, we can get to that. We can get to that. I believe Epstein was murdered. Yeah, I don't think. Yo, Ben O'Cadman, I talk about what I want to talk about, bro. Ben O'Cadman, I talk about what I want to talk about, bro. That's the beauty of having a show. I talk about what I want to talk about. Okay, just to be clear, just to clear up any ambiguity. Okay, so Mala, I believe. Yeah, I don't believe Epstein would have. Seems like the type of man who is gonna want to just off himself like that. I don't believe he's just a type of man who's gonna off himself like that. I mean, he had a million reasons to live. He had a billion reasons to live for. The man had a billion. When you got a billion reasons to live for, it's possible that he did, but I'm inclined to suspect foul play, just as there's likely foul play in Maxwell's death, just as there's a number of people when you go down the rabbit hole, and I'm going down that rabbit hole. When you go down that rabbit hole, you realize there's a lot of people who are involved with the Clintons. There's a big thing about the Clintons. I don't know enough about it, so I'm not going to talk about it too much. But how they ripped off the Haiti fund. They had a Clinton. What do they call it? It was a charity. Yeah, the Clintons had a charity for Haiti when there was a big hurricane or whatever it was, earthquake in Haiti, kind of decimated the island. And the Clintons set up this charity, and apparently, to help the island get back. And it apparently made hundreds of millions upon millions. And Haiti, very little of that was spent in Haiti. So, yeah, it's dirty business, but it's amazing. It's fascinating. It is crazy shizzle indeed. Okay, so where are we? Yeah, indeed. Yeah, Ghislaine Maxwell. Ghislaine Maxwell was the daughter of Robert Maxwell, the tycoon. Yeah, so that's Ghislaine. And he had dirt on a lot of powerful people. Indeed. The woman who got the girls for him, yeah, that's Ghislaine Maxwell. Is on the run being protected by ex-Navy SEALs. Yeah. But the interesting thing is I don't really think she's on the run. That's the media narrative. I don't really think she's on the run. She is somewhere nice and safe. Yeah, being protected by somebody for sure. Could be Navy SEALs. But and they know where she is. They know where she is. They being the authorities who want to know. Anybody who wants to know knows where she is. The promise, the program, the computer software sold around the world, the spy software. They could even use the promise to know where she is. But they're keeping her safe for now. But you know what? If she becomes too much of a liability, then hate to say it, but she might not have too long on this planet, if you know what I mean. Yeah. Google the Clinton body count. It's a real thing. And I never used to, I'm not into conspiracy theories. I'm a logical guy. I like logic. I like things logic. I like things linear. I like logic. I love logic. So I never really bought into a lot of conspiracy theories. I just thought they were a pile of caca. But once you present facts in front of me, then it's no longer a conspiracy. It's no longer a conspiracy theory. Once I see facts, it's no longer a conspiracy theory. And so I'm still not a conspiracy theory, but I have seen facts. I've seen the facts, seen them. So it's not conspiracy anymore. It's just real. It's real life. And I heard about how dirty it could be up there at high altitude, money wise. I heard about how dirty it could be, but now I've seen the facts. And even though I'm in no way naive, I'm shocked at just how dirty it is. Okay. So we're coming close. The hour is coming near. We've done the Josh Taylor thing. Okay. So we're going to talk about Billy Joe Saunders. Now, Billy Joe Saunders, interesting thing. Oh, sorry. Let me just round off the Josh Taylor thing. The Josh Taylor thing. Who is Josh Taylor going to be training with? Who's his new trainer? Because for sure, it's not going to be Shane McGuigan anymore. It's not going to be Shane McGuigan anymore. So my top pick, seen some articles pointing in the direction of Freddie Roach. And we know Freddie Roach from his work with many. Who hasn't he worked with? But certainly Manny Pacquiao. We know that for sure. Was in the corner of the last fight Tyson Fury had. Well, the first fight Tyson Fury had with Deontay Wilder. Yeah, was in there with Deontay Wilder. Too many to mention. But Ben Saunderson, Billy Joe Saunders has left the Brendan Ingle gym. I don't know if you've seen my video, but it's breaking news when I made the video. Still breaking news now. News is just slowly spreading out. Billy Joe Saunders has left the Ingle gym. Check out my video after the show. Has an interview with Dominic Ingle explaining the situation. Billy Joe's a traveler. Travels from trainer to trainer and then back. And you will recall us talking, pontificating what happens to Ben Saunders now that Tyson Fury's left him. Well, it didn't take long. It didn't take long for us to see how that played out. Tyson Fury leaves him, and Billy Joe Saunders is back in there. So Billy Joe Saunders, it's official. He's back with Ben Saunders, Ben Davison, Billy Joe Saunders with Ben Davison back together again. It's like some kind of love triangle. No, I shouldn't say love. It's like some kind of triangle. Billy Joe works with Ben first. Tyson Fury comes over. Billy Joe leaves. Tyson Fury leaves. Billy Joe comes back. It's some mad shizzle over there. So Billy Joe Saunders back with Ben Saunders. But it's funny because I was speculating that Josh Taylor might use Billy Joe. I mean, Josh Taylor might use Ben Saunders, because Ben Saunders, more of a tactical type of guy. Freddie Roach, interesting how those two names are together once again, side by side. Freddie Roach, Ben Saunders, Ben Davidson, back in the running, because I was thinking Josh Taylor might go to Ben Saunders instead of Freddie Roach. Freddie Roach seems more of an attacking type of guy. And we saw Josh Taylor ship a lot of shots. Josh Taylor ship a lot of shots last time out. So it makes you think, well, I don't know. I don't know if Freddie Roach might be the one. I'm not sure. But then you can counter that argument by saying, well, Tyson Fury got his eye busted open under Ben Davidson's tutelage last time out. So, is he the one? Is he the one? Is Freddie Roach? Is Freddie Roach the one? Is Ben Davison the one? Because he was free at the time. But now Billy Joe's gone back with him. Interesting. Maybe Josh Taylor to train with Ricky Hatton. Ricky Hatton. Is he slick enough? Is he slick enough? Is Josh Taylor going to need some slickness where he is right now? Is he going to need to be with a more, with a trainer who practices more of a slick style, more of an elusive style, as well as the attacking style? Is he slick enough? Is Ricky Hatton slick enough? Is Ben Davison slick enough? I'm not sure about the Freddie Roach thing. I'm not sure about the Freddie Roach thing. I think Manny Pacquiao came to the table with a lot of skills, a lot of talents, a lot of inclinations himself. So is Freddie Roach, is he enough of a slickster? Is he enough of a disciple of slick boxing? Because I think Josh Taylor is going to need to be slick. Took a lot of shots last time out. Got that swollen eye. So makes me wonder. It makes me wonder if if Freddie Roach would be the right way to go. And what time is it? What time is it? What are we gonna do? I think I've chopped up most of what I wanted to chop up, and what I didn't chop up this time, we'll chop up the next time. It's coming up to the 2-hour mark. We got set back by the Deontay Wilder versus Tyson Fury press conference. That kind of pushed the show back by about half an hour or so. But yeah, I think we chopped up what I wanted to chop up. What we didn't chop up this time around, we'll chop up next time around. We looked at the Dillian White thing extensively. Didn't really talk about everything I wanted to talk about, and I'm not going to. Do I get into it now? I think maybe I should. Okay, last topic, because I think that was a big topic. That was a big thing. That was a big thing that I was going to talk about, and I think I should talk about it. It's about the Dillian White statement that he was in training camp and saw Vladimir Klitschko bashing people left, right, and center. And Dillian White was there. Anthony Joshua was there. And Deontay Wilder flew in. Flew Deontay Wilder in. And got in there. Deontay got in there and was going rough on Vladimir Klitschko. Big clip. Going rough on him. And Dillian White says Vladimir Klitschko changed up his foot position, stepped back, changed up his foot position, composed himself. Some feints, put some feints in, and comes around with a left hook, knocked Deontay Wilder spark out on his back, put him on his back, and had Deontay Wilder twitching. He's proper twitching. Proper twitching, says Dillian White. It's caused much consternation amongst some folks overseas, upset, dismayed, miserable, uncomfortable with the potential that the bronze bomber might have got knocked the out. So there's been a lot of chatter, a lot of Twitter fingers going around the subject matter. I made a video on it. By all means, after this, feel free to check it out. Yeah, so what say you? Some people saying that don't oversee, saying that don't believe Dillian White. But I say, why would you not believe him? Why would you not believe him when it's been previously documented? It's been documented for years. For years, different people have said they saw Deontay Wilder get knocked out by Vladimir Klitschko. So I don't understand. I don't understand why there's so much consternation, so much disbelief. Peligroso says Josh is going to need to avoid Jose Ramirez's bodywork. Eddie Setback was doing a live stream inside Robert Garcia's gym while Jose was training. Jose looks ferocious. He's gonna KO Postal. Yeah, I think he's gonna KO Postal, but I don't understand why so many people are dismissing Ramirez. They're almost acting like it's a given that Josh Taylor's gonna beat Ramirez. I don't understand that. Ramirez ain't no joke. And with all the marbles on the line, come on. I don't see him taking this fight lightly. But anyway, as I was saying, yeah, I don't understand why there's so many people so upset with Dillian White. Dillian White didn't break the news. Dillian White's not the first person to say it. Dillian White's not the first person to say it. So I don't understand why there's so much consternation. You know, it's been said before. And maybe it could be the case that Deontay Wilder's been knocked out in more than one training camp. And that's also a reality. Because there's various stories from various different sources. Seeing different types of knockout in different places. Johnny Nelson saw Klitschko take out Deontay Wilder with a body shot. You know, so it looks like Klitschko done him more than once. That is the suggestion from multiple different sources. So, yeah, things happen in training. That's why they call it training, because people are training, working on things, working on different things. So I don't understand. I don't understand why the disbelief, why the consternation. Things happen in training, folks. Training is training. Boxers work on different things. It's not like a fight. Concentration goes in and out. Sometimes you got your 3 rounds in, your 3 rounds out, your 1 round in, your 1 round out. Kind of favors the sparring partner in a sense, because you can maintain a certain level of concentration. If you're the main guy, you have to maintain a strong level of concentration. Yeah, so there we go. Had to mention it. Had to chop it up. So chopped up multiple things, chopped up the main things. Late start, but we still got the 2 hours in. So what can I say? Hit that like button if you like the show. For sure. Go ahead and subscribe if you have not already subscribed. Follow me on Twitter. If you're on Twitter, follow me on Twitter. Feel free to do so. What else? Smash that PayPal button so it don't get rusty from time to time. What else is there? Yeah, I think we've done it. We've got through Boxing Talk with Rafi 85. Kind of threw us a little bit with the press conference. Got thrown a little bit with the Tyson Fury Deontay Wilder press conference. Threw the show off a little bit, threw it a bit later. We got through it. We did it. And yeah, we did the thing. So, Boxing Talk with Rafi 84. Thanks for joining me. Thanks to YG for jumping on the panel. Thanks to the Watcher for jumping on the panel. Was there anybody else? Oh, yeah. Thanks to Justin for showing us his pizza. Appreciate that. So, it's Rafael Dawkins. It's the Combat Radio. It's the Pele Grosso. It's the last one. It's the Mala. It's the Pablo Diablo. Hope you're doing well. It's the Benno Cadman. And it is, who is it? The D Bro, the Shiz Biz, the Ross Clark, the Georgie Porgy, the BH, Wild Soul, the Lisa Bayliss, the Eric Gohegan, Eric Gohegan. Never heard that name before. Last but not least, the red gloved militant. It's Boxing Talk with Rafi. It's the Rafael Dawkins Combat Radio. It's the like, it's the subscribe, it's the comment, it's the shares. And it is the hitting that bell icon to stay updated with news and notifications. Okay, so it's Boxing Talk with Rafi, 10 p.m. UK time, Mondays and Wednesdays. And don't forget to check out the videos. Boxing Talk with Rafi. See you on Wednesday. The only thing left for me to say is blessed.